Hey everybody, the countdown continues. Well, listen, if you know me, you know that I'm a very visual person. I've had this board in my office since the day that I started here, always writing down all the projects, keeping everything in order of what needs to be done. I've had a lot of projects that are still being developed. They're still in the works. The applications have been submitted. The grants are coming in, but maybe the construction hasn't started yet. These are projects that are fully funded. So I present to you my transition team to-do list for our next May. This list consists of a massive amount of projects that they will be responsible for overseeing. So I want to make sure that I share it all with you so that all of us can stay on the same page and keep this train of progress rolling on behalf of our city. First thing starts with the Pulaski Middle School roof and HVAC project. It should be followed by the HVAC project at Slade, all fully funded, just waiting for construction to happen. We have the Arch Street and Myrtle Street Complete Streets projects. These projects are funded and they should go to construction in the spring of 2026. We have to make sure that we follow through with securing contractors and bidding this work. Then we have the White Bridge Wellfield project. You've already heard me talk about this, but this is a massive project for the future of the New Britain Water Company and the New Britain Water System. Then we go into the demolition of the old Public Works yard and the Route 174 realignment. This project is going to take years to complete. However, first things first, the demolition of the old Public Works yard on Harvard Street needs to happen. Project has been funded. Money is lined up in order to do this, and we have signed a master development agreement already with a company called the Day Brothers to build additional apartments and also some commercial space for use for kind of like an urban farming environment in this area. We can't do any of that until we knock the building down, and we've been very fortunate enough to receive millions from the state to do this. Let's talk about our schools again with Holmes and Smith. The Holmes project will come to completion in the summer of 2026. It will be open for a new school year in the fall of 2026, but it's about 75% complete right now. But Smith will be happening simultaneously. They have already started design, architectural, and engineering plans for the following project, which should break ground, fingers crossed if all goes well, in late 2026 or early 2027. We have funding that has already been secured for the construction of the Beeline Trail. There's 3 phases for this. We've completed phase 2. Phase 1 should be completed in early 2026, and we should have the bids out to start the 3rd phase of construction in probably summer of 26 as well, with about a year completion time for that. The Britain portion of the Beeline Trail, which connects the Fast Track Multi-Use Trail to the Farmington Heritage Canal Trail, should be complete by 2027. We have funding that has been put in place to dredge Martha Hart Park Pond. That hasn't started yet, but the money is in place. Then we have some of our housing development projects. The Strand, which is located on Main Street. You have 102 West Main, the building that's going up in the old wireless connection building on West Main Street. You've got the 2nd phase of Columbus Commons, and you also have the Berkowitz 2 development up on Broad Street. You also have the 480 Myrtle Street redevelopment project too. All of these housing development projects that are all somewhere in the works, they are funded. Their deals with the city are all complete. The next mayor's responsibility is going to be making sure that they are being good watchdogs, that these developers are staying on track with their development. The last 2 projects that I have on my next mayor's to-do list include the phase 4 of the NB Flush program. If you're not familiar with what the NB Flush program is, it is an integral piece of eliminating mixing our stormwater with our sewer water. Very, very important work. But NB Flush phase 4 is the next phase. I was able to get funding up through phase 3. Phase 3 will be completed in spring of 2026, and then they start moving on to phase 4. The next mayor will be responsible for finding money and funding in order to get that done. And then the last piece that will finish in the spring of 2026 is the construction on John Downey Drive. This just gives you a piece of how much the new mayor will be responsible for. Sorry for leaving you guys with a lot, but my work will continue on, and it will be up to the next mayor to see these projects through. So let's all make sure that we help get them across the finish line to see all of these amazing projects on behalf of our community come to fruition. There's my to-do list for the new mayor. I wish them well, and I'm always here to help.